Hi guys, welcome to the video. My name is CA Varshith Gowda and I am here to make your accounts a little bit easier. Yes, today we are discussing CA Foundation Bills of Exchange, correct? Yes, we'll be learning everything relating to accounting of Bills of Exchange in this video. So please watch till end to understand Bills of Exchange a little better, right? So without further ado, let's start with Bills of Exchange, right? Come on. You know my requirement by now. What is the requirement? I want you to watch this video till the end with 100% concentration. So you will definitely understand bills of exchange a little better. Okay. Now let's start. Let's start with bills of exchange. What is bills of exchange? First of all, it's a negotiable instrument. Yes, bills of exchange is a negotiable instrument. Sir, what is negotiable instrument? Negotiable means transferable. These are the instruments which you can transfer. Okay. Then, what does bill of exchange mean? Bill of exchange means it's a order by one person to another person to pay either on demand or after a specified period. If I have to say it in simple words, this is the meaning. What is it? Is generally with respect to bills of exchange, there will be three parties famous: drawer, drawee. Okay. And one more is payee. Okay. Three parties will be there. So in bills of exchange, what will happen is drawer will order drawee to pay a certain sum of amount on demand or after a period of time. Sir, why? Why is he ordering to pay? Say suppose there is some transaction that has already happened between drawee and drawer. Say suppose this guy drawee has purchased something from drawer of say rupees 2 lakh rupees. Now drawee owes money to drawer. Correct or wrong? That's why drawer is drawing a bill of exchange on drawee saying that you are supposed to pay me 2 lakh rupees after the specified period. That is, say, 2 or 3 months, etc. Generally, in case of bill of exchange, it will be 3 days. Clear? Any doubt here? Nothing. Next. So, who is the drawer? The person who is ordering the person to pay. The person who is ordering, that person is drawer. The person who is receiving the order and paying the amount is called drawing. Now, you know what bill of exchange definition? One more thing it will say. Bills of exchange is an instrument where drawer orders drawee, to pay within specified period of time or on demand to drawer or to his order. That means to whoever drawer says, drawee is supposed to pay to that person. Understanding? To whomever the drawer shows, hey, pay to this person. You either pay it to me or pay it to this person. To whomever the drawer is showing, then drawer is supposed to pay it to that person. Correct. To the other person to whom, if drawer says, pay it to my order, because maybe the drawer would have endorsed the bill, transferred the bill, yes, you'll understand about it a little later. As I already told, bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument. That means bill of exchange can be transferred. So what would have happened? Drawer would have transferred it to pay, because of which now drawer is supposed to pay it to pay. Okay, I already told you bill of exchange is something which can be endorsed. We'll understand more. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll now take an example. Okay. All the terminology is done. Now we'll take an example and clear it out everything. Okay. Now example. Suppose there are two parties, A, B. Okay. Say suppose B would have purchased something worth 2 lakh rupees from A. Okay, he would have purchased something worth 2 lakh rupees from A. Now B owes A how much? 2 lakh rupees. Because of this, A will now draw a bill on B. Now A will draw a bill. A will draw a bill. Okay, on B to and he's ordering him to pay 2 lakh rupees to himself. That is A or to his order. So what is his order? Now what will happen now guys? Say suppose B was supposed to give him money. So what did he do? A drew a bill on B. Now B is supposed to pay after a specified period of time. What will happen now guys with respect to bill of exchange? Once A draws bill of exchange, once he Draws andre, he literally write, it's an instrument guide. He'll literally write on that instrument, he'll tear it. He'll tear it and he will show it to the drawee, saying that, hey, Sida, he'll share it to the drawee saying that, hey, see, I have drawn a bill on you. You are supposed to give me 2 lakhs after 3 months. See, accept. See, if everything is correct in the bill of exchange, agree. Anta he'll ask. Drawer will see this bill of exchange, and if all the particulars are correct, he'll be like, okay, after 3 months, I'll pay you. And they'll accept to the bill and he'll give it back to the drawer. Here, what happened? Drawer drew a bill. Later, drawee accepted the bill. Once drawee accepted the bill, the bill again went back to drawer. Now, after 3 months, drawer will pay him money. Okay. Now, who has the bill of exchange? First, A drew it, sent it to B. B accepted, again sent it back to A. Now, the holder of the bill is A. Okay. Now, A is holding the bill. Okay. Say, suppose period of bill is 3 months. That means, as per the bill, B will pay A after 3 months. Okay. Now, say, suppose A has one guy called as C, who is A's creditor. C is A's creditor. Now, of course, A is supposed to pay to C because C is creditor of A. Yes or no? Now, instead of giving money, you know what A can do? Now he has bills receivable of B. He has bills receivable of B, an instrument. This instrument only he can transfer it to C. Directly he can transfer the instrument only to C. Understanding? Directly transferred. Now his liability is discharged. Whose A's liability towards C is discharged because whatever bills receivable he had, this he has transferred it to C. Now who will receive money from B? Who will receive money from B? Now C will receive money from B. Understanding? Any doubts? Paka? Done. Okay. Please understand, bill of exchange is drawn by drawer, accepted by drawee. Later, money is also paid by drawee. If A endorses the bill to another person to discharge his liability, that is drawer, then this is called endorsement. Understanding? We have learned endorsement. Then what to learn? Then one more thing important that what we have to learn from the accounting point of view is the due dates. Sir, what is due date? As I already told, bill of exchange is drawn on a person for a payment after a specified period or on demand. Now, two possibilities. Either bill of exchange is paid on demand or it is paid after certain period. Okay. On demand andre ಏನು? That means drawer has drawn a bill on drawee. Whenever drawer demands, that time he has to give money. Whenever drawer demands, drawee is supposed to pay money. Correct. Now, do you think here due date and all will be there? No. Whenever drawer demands, he has to give. So there is no question of due date, all that, nothing is there. Let's come to certain period. That means, say, suppose bill of exchange is drawn for a certain period. Example, A has drawn B. A has drawn a bill on B for rupees 1 lakh and say period is 3 months. That means B is supposed to pay A after 3 months. Now I'm asking you, when will the due date fall? On which date is B supposed to pay A is the question. Now I told, what was the period of the bill? In my example, the period of the bill was 3 months. Correct? So of course, he will pay after 3 months. Sir, 3 months after when? 3 months from when? When should I count? Sir, two possibilities. There is two kinds of bill. Okay. Bill at site. And one more is bill after date. This is bill after, sorry, this is bill after site and this is bill after date. What is bill after site? So if it is a bill after site, then this 3 months will be started from the date of acceptance. Acceptance. Forgot. Bill of exchange is first drawn by drawer, later accepted by drawee. Correct. If it is a bill after site, then the 3 months or whatever period mentioned in the bill, we will start to count that from date of acceptance by who will accept? Of course, drawee will accept. Okay. If it is bill after date, then who will accept? Sorry, my bad. If it is bill after date, when will the date start? If it is bill after date, that 3 months counting will start from the date of the bill. Date of the bill andre whenever a drawer draws the bill. No? Whenever the drawer draws the bill, one date he would have put on the Bill, the date of drawing the bill. So if it is bill after date, 3 months period will start from the date when the bill is drawn. If it is bill after sight, the 3 months will start from the date when bill is accepted by the drawing. Clear? Guys, 3 months is just an example, okay? Period can be anything. In bill of exchange, generally period will be 3 months. That is why I'm using 3 months. Or else period and all is not specified. My example is 3 months. Clear? Done. Now you understood this. 3 months is calculated from when? If it is bill after sight, from the date of acceptance. If it is bill after date, the period will be calculated from the date when the bill is drawn. Clear? Not clear. Done. However, if it is bill on demand, why due date? Why due date for bill on demand? Because whenever drawer demands, this guy is supposed to pay drawing. So why? Correct? So no due date. Whenever demands, please give it. What else you have to understand? Then guys, we have a concept called as grace days. In grace days. So guys, while calculating the due date, what will we do? Say suppose it is bill after date. Then what will you do? The period is 3 months. Then if it is bill after date, you'll start calculating 3 months from the date of drawing the bill. Date of drawing the bill plus 3 months. Okay, whatever. Now let's take an example for this. Okay. When did I draw the bill? Say suppose I drew the bill on. Yavaga 1/4/2024. This is the date on which I drew the bill. Okay. Now when will 3 months get over? Because this is bill after date. So bill after date will be calculated from the date of drawing the bill. So plus 3 months, andre? Plus 3 months means 1/7/2024. Is that the due date? No, guys. As per the provisions, on after completing of the period, we will give plus 3 grace days to the drawing. Exactly on the day, exactly when the period that is mentioned in the bill gets over, we'll give additional 3 days as grace days. So we'll add plus 3 days as grace. So this is the actual due date. It is 4/7/2024. Understanding? Understanding, guys, with respect to any bill after date. Okay, whatever period is there in the bill, add it plus 3 days you give. Okay, in any bill, all the bill except bill on demand. Where money is receivable by the drawer on demand, there all this is not applicable. No grace days, no nothing. But in case of bill after date, please add the period mentioned in the bill plus 3 days you have to give as grace days. Grace, while playing cricket, the first ball he'll put. If we hit six, what will we do? Pa, this is the correct ball. First ball anta we'll consider the run. If we don't if you don't hit that first ball, say suppose you get bowled, then what will you do? Hey, grace ball anta. This ball ಲೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಬಾಲ್ ಲೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ. Remember? So grace ball ಅಂದ್ರೆ that ball is not counted for the purpose of over or runs. Correct? No. So grace. Here also these days, 3 days which I'm giving is grace. I'm not considering it in the period, within the period. Within the period ಅಂದ್ರೆ the period mentioned in the bill. I'm not considering these grace days within the period. This is over and above the period mentioned in the bill. Okay. Now that is about your grace days. Done. I gave you grace days also. Then what else is required? What else is required then? Now some more things you need to know with respect to calculation of due date. Okay. Say suppose in question they have told the period of the bill is 3 months. Okay, if the period of bill given is 3 months, then what will you do? Same like how we did here. The date when we drew the bill is 1/4/2024. So for that, what will you do? Directly add months. Directly add the number of months to the month part. Okay, don't see how many days in a month we have, 31, no, 28. No, don't need to see. Directly add plus 3 to the month. Okay, now they have told in the question that period of the bill is 3 months. Don't see any days. It is 1/4. For 4, which is the month, add 3, 7, 1/7/2024. That's all. Don't consider days. If in the question given months, you directly add months. Don't consider anything. If in the question they have told you or given you period in terms of days, say suppose they have told the term of the bill is 90 days. Then what will you do? Now you are supposed to consider 30, 31, all you are supposed to consider. Okay. So when have I drawn the bill? 1/4/2024. Correct? From here, 90 days have to hide. Now, please consider everything. Now, in April, how many days do we have? Don't know, this method. January, February, March, April. You have 30 days. So, and guys, whenever you're calculating days, no, the date of drawing the bill, you leave it. From next day, you start. So, one, you leave it. So, in April, if we have January, February, March, April, we have 30 days. Like the first one, you leave. That means in April, we have 29 days that we can use. Okay, April then. In May, January, February, March, April, May, we have 31 days. Okay, so how many days done? 29 plus 1, 30, 60 days done. So remaining is 30 days. Now that will go to April, May, June. So 30 days. It will go to 30th June. The due date is 30th June. Understanding? Any doubts? We forgot one more thing. What? Grace days. We are supposed to give 3 grace days. So that means the date will come on 3rd July. Understanding? So in 4, January, February, March, April, it has how much? 30 days, but we have drawn the bill on 1/4. So first day, the date of drawing the bill will leave. That means we have 29 days in April. So 29 days in April, 31 days in May. That means 60 days got over. Remaining 30 days we have, that will go to June. Plus 3 days we have added. Hey, June, January, February, March, April, May, June. June also 30 days only. So 30 plus 3 directly went to 3rd July. Any doubts, guys? No doubts. Done. Then, suppose after applying all that we have learnt about, you calculated the due date and the due date is now falling on a national holiday. August 15th. It is however coming. August 15th, Independence Day. Okay. Say 15th August or any national holiday dates. You'll calculate the due date, but the due date after adding the grace dates will fall on due date plus after adding the grace dates, it will fall on national holiday. What to do? That day no one is working. So if it is a national holiday, the due date will become one day before. Okay, you'll take the date of the bill, add all the months, add 3 days. Your due date will come to 15th August. Then automatically, since 15th August is not a working day, automatically your due date will become 14th August. One day before. So say suppose I calculated the due date and the due date that day, whatever. Say suppose you'll calculate one due date. Okay, and the due date is coming on 18th September. Random. You have drawn some bill, all that is there, and you have calculated the due date, and the due date after considering grace days is falling on 18th September. But that day, some unforeseen emergency, some unforeseen holiday. Andre, it was not foreseen. You did not know about 18th September being non-working before only. You did not know about it. Say suppose lockdown, band, all this will strike and all will happen. No, will you know? In the beginning of the year only, this day strike will happen. No, will not know. These are called unforeseen holidays. If it is unforeseen, what to do? If I knew, I can consider due date as one day before. Here, I don't know what will happen on 18th. I thought it was a working day. So if it is an unforeseen holiday or emergency, due date will go one day munde. It will go one day further. So that is 19. Understanding? If it is unforeseen emergency, due date will become one day after, and if it is a national holiday, due date will become one day before. Understood? Very important, guys. So why are you teaching due dates now? Yes, due dates is very important. Why? One, they can directly ask the question. Second is, we'll be passing journal entries, a lot of journal entries in this chapter. And of course, while passing journal entries, the first column is date. So to put the appropriate dates, it is very important for you to know this due dates. That's why I'm teaching. Clear? Yeah. So that is about due date, guys. Then what do we have? That's all. Everything required we have learned. Now, only thing that we have to learn is the accounting. How do we account? Now, in bill of exchange, we have 3 parties: drawer, drawee, correct? Mainly drawer, drawee. Okay, so we'll focus on them. So, how do we account in the books of these 2 parties? First, let's discuss accounting in the books of drawer. Okay, focus, guys. So whenever bill is drawn, what is the journal entry? Whenever the bill is drawn, bill is drawn by drawer on drawee. So what will happen automatically when bills is drawn? My bills receivable, which is an asset, is increasing, and my debtors. Why? B was a debtor to me first. He owed me some money. Later what is happening? Later his debtor balance is decreasing. His bills receivable balance is increasing. Simple thing, guys. Earlier he was a debtor. Now he's a bills receivable. So balance from debtors will go to bills receivable. Both bills receivable and debtors are assets. So what will we do? My bills receivable is an asset which is increasing. So bills receivable account debit, because asset increasing, debit. 2. What is decreasing? Debtors is an asset which is decreasing. So I am crediting debtors. Credit. Okay, let's assume the value of the bill is 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh. 1 lakh. Okay, done. Bill is drawn. Next, guys, the moment bill is drawn, what can drawer do? Guys, drawer can do various things. First thing is simple. He can hold the bill till the maturity and receive money. First possibility is hold till maturity. Now, if he holds till maturity, two possibilities can happen. One is your drawee will give you money. Because due date is over, your drawee is supposed to give you money. That means bill is honored. Bill is honored andre you received the payment from the drawee duly. Okay. Then one more possibility, if you hold till maturity, bill getting dishonored. Dishonored andre that guy drawee is not giving you money. Gone. Tamar. We'll come to the dishonored entries later. Now let's come to honored. If you honored andre, you received the money. If you receive the money, what is the entry? Now the entire balance is lying in BR account. The moment you receive the money BR account, balance decreases and your money in your bank increases. So what will I do? Money is increasing, bank account, debit, and your BR account is decreasing. So I will credit BR account. How much you would have given? 1 lakh? 1 lakh. Clear. Then we'll come to dishonored later. Okay. Next. What is the second opportunity that a drawer has? One, he held it till maturity. One more thing is he can get it discounted from the bank. Discount with bank. Okay. What is this discount with bank? Discount with bank means, guys, I have bills receivable. Okay. Now, as per this bills receivable, drawer will pay me only after 3 months, but 3 months is very far. What to do? So what I'll do is I'll go to bank. I'll go to the bank and say, hey, bank, see, I'm supposed to receive 1 lakh rupees, but that guy will only pay me after 3 months. But I need money now. So that's why what will this guy drawer do? He'll go to the bank, he'll say, see, 1 lakh bill is there. You take it. Give me 90,000 rupees today. Deduct 10,000 rupees as interest. Okay, you keep it because you're giving me money early now. Now, my drawer will pay me only after 3 months. So what you do is, instead of 1 lakh, give me 90,000. Deduct 10,000 as interest. And that guy, my drawer, he will pay you 1 lakh after 3 months. Receive it. Today you give me money. Don't give entire money. 10,000 you keep as interest. Remaining 90,000 rupees you give as money now so that I can use it. Clear? This is called bill discounting. So whenever you get that bill receivable discounted from the bank, so what is happening? Immediately you are receiving money from the bank. So bank account, debit. Then what is happening? Guys, bank is deducting some money. That is what? 10,000 rupees. For bank, it is interest. For us, it is interest only, but expense. Correct? No. For us, interest is an expense. Bank is deducting. No expense. Expense increasing, debit. So interest account debit. So how much in our case? 1 lakh was the bill. Bank gave us 90,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees is interest. 2, what is decreasing? Guys, the balance was lying here in bills receivable account. Now that is decreasing. Since BR account, balance is decreasing, asset decreasing, I am credit BR account 1 lakh. Clear? Done. Awesome. Next here also. Guys, once I get the bill discounted, two possibilities is there. What are the two possibilities? Either Bill can be honored or bill can be dishonored. ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ guys, I have got it. I have got the bill discounted. Okay. Now my draw is supposed to pay me. No, I got the money. My draw is supposed to pay the bank. If he pays the bank, the bill is said to be honored. If it does not pay to the bank, the bill is said to be dishonored. Then what to do? Guys, if it is honored, okay, that means if drawee pays to the bank, what is the entry that I will pass? Tell me. A. If my drawee is paying money to the bank, they are two different parties. Transaction is happening between those two people. Why will I record? No entry. No entry at all. Say suppose it is dishonored. We'll come to dishonor later. Okay, all the dishonor will come later. Next. What is the third possibility? What is the third possibility that the drawer has? The drawer can endorse the bill. Sir, endorse. Endorse the bill. This I've heard somewhere, sir. I know this word. Hey, you heard it in the beginning of this lecture only. Nonsense, fellows. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕೇಳ್ದಂಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕೇಳಿತ್ತು. So, endorse the bill. Endorse the bill andre you remember, say suppose I am the drawer. Okay, I have some liability. I have to pay to my creditor. So what I'll do, I don't have money, but I have bills receivable. Okay, from whom? From my drawee. He was owing money. I have drawn a bill. Now he's supposed to pay me. This bills receivable I have. I am supposed to pay my creditor. So what I can do, instead of paying money, this bills receivable is there. Now directly this only I can give it to him. Take it off. Later, my drawee will directly pay to creditor. This is called endorsing of the bill. That's why it's a negotiable instrument. I can transfer it to my creditors and stuff. Now, if I endorse the bill, what is happening? If I endorse the bill, I'm giving it to my creditor is decreasing. If my creditor is decreasing, liability decreasing, debit. So, creditors account debit. How much? 1 lakh. 2. What else is happening? My creditors is decreasing. Guys, my bills receivable is also decreasing. Bills receivable was an asset. Asset decreasing. Credit. So, 2. BR account. It is 1 lakh. Clear? Then here also two possibilities. That bill can be honored or the bill can be dishonored. Correct? So if honored, what is the entry? Guys, honored and what happens? When I endorse the bill, my drawee is supposed to pay to creditor. Correct? If it is honored, that means drawee will pay to creditor. What is the entry? Again, this is a transaction which is happening between those two people. Why will I record an entry? Nothing. Directly, my drawee will pay to my creditor. Nothing is happening to me. So I am not recording anything. So if it is endorsed and it is honored, no entry in my books. If it is dishonored, what to do? Dishonored, we have entries. Now we'll start discussing one by one. All the dishonored we'll see now. Okay, now everything we have done. Only thing left is dishonored at each stage. Say suppose the drawer has held the bill. He's held the bill till maturity. Later that guy dishonored. That means drawer did not pay us money only. What to do? Guys, whenever you hear this word dishonor, no, that means it's as good as nothing existed. I've done all this. Suddenly this guy dishonored the bill. So whatever I've done till now is a waste accounting. So what you have to do, whatever you have passed till now, reverse. Reverse everything. So the moment, if you have to reverse everything, what will happen? Whenever you drew the bill, what had happened? Your bills receivable had increased and your debtors was decreased. Now since dishonor happens, ulta will happen. Now your debtor balance will wapas increase, bills receivable will decrease. So this was the entry that you had passed. So this I am reversing. So come here. Dishonored we'll discuss here. Dishonored. Guys, if you know what? In dishonored also there is two types. Okay. What is it? Noting charges involved. Noting charges not involved. What is this? What is noting charge? Guys, noting charge means, you know what? Whenever bill of exchange reaches its due date, alva, Then this guy drawer, he has to present it to the drawee, saying that, hey, due date has come, pay me the money. If the drawee says no, then it amounts to dishonor of the bill. Okay. Now sometimes what will happen? No, drawer will go, present the bill to the drawee, hey, due date is come, give me the money. And the drawer will ask. Drawer will be like, he would have said no money. Later when drawer goes to the court, you know what he'll say? Hey, sir, no, sir. I did not say no. This guy did not come only. He should have come. He should have come and asked on the due date. Guys, act as only told. Okay. On the due date, drawer should present it to the drawee. Only then drawee will give money. Okay. Drawee is not bound to give the money directly as per law. Okay. Now what will happen? This guy, he'll come to the court, he'll say, sir, drawer did not ask me only. If you would have asked, I would have given. This guy did not ask me only. So that's why I have not given. I am as per law only. Anta intel. What to do? Problem. So that's why what drawer will do is for safety purpose. If the drawer dishonors the bill, then what he'll do is he'll call someone called as notary public. Okay. They are these lawyer advocate people, something related to that one. So he'll call notary public. Okay. Those people will go to drawer's house. They will see that person dishonoring. They'll record it. They'll present the bill. Okay. They'll take the bill, go to present. If drawer says no, they will record it. Okay, whatever they're recording, no, this dishonor, this will be acceptable in court. Okay, now that guy, drawee cannot come and say, oh, sir, that guy did not come and present only. No, he cannot say. Because notary public will come in between and say, sir, no, I went, I presented, this guy told no. And this evidence is acceptable in court. Clear? Any doubts? So it is acceptable in court. So what to do? Whenever there is bill dishonor, for safety, what will our drawer do? He will send notary public. What notary public will do all this work for free? No. He will definitely charge something called as noting charges. Correct. He will definitely charge something called as noting charges. Now, this noting charges, who should pay? Guys, noting charges is always paid by the holder of the bill. Holder. At the point of dishonor, you have to see who is the holder of the bill. That guy would have paid. But who should incur? Who should incur this noting charges? Ultimately, the noting charges is charged because of the person who dishonored the bill. Generally, in our case, it is drawee. Generally, in our case, it is drawee. So, this noting charges should be incurred by drawee. That means he is the one who should bear this. But who would have paid? Guys, bearing two different things. Sometimes what will happen? Another person would have paid on behalf of you. Later, you will reimburse that person. Correct? No. Here, who should bear? The expense should be borne by the person who is responsible for dishonor. That is, in our cases, drawee. But who would have actually paid? The holder of the bill. So, three different cases. First case is drawer only holding the bill till the maturity. That means in the first case, the holder of the bill is drawer. So, what would have happened? Drawer would have paid noting charges. Later, he'll collect this noting charges from the drawee because drawee has to bear it. I have paid because now I would have sent notary public. So I would have paid to the notary public. Later, I will collect it from drawee. Say, suppose bank discounting happened. In case of bank discounting, at the point of dishonor, who will be the holder of the bill? I have got the bill discounted. Now the bill is with bank. Bank is the holder of the bill. Correct. A bank would have paid noting charges. Later, bank should collect it from drawee, who is responsible for dishonor. Third, drawer could have endorsed the bill. In that case, if he has endorsed, who is holding the bill? Creditor is holding the bill. Then creditor should have paid noting charges that he should collect it from drawee. Ultimately, it should be borne by drawee, but payment would have happened by the holder of the bill. Correct? Done. Okay, that is your noting charges. Now say suppose drawer is holding the bill till the maturity, dishonor has happened, and NC is not involved. Say noting charges is not involved. Then what is the entry? Simple. Reverse the entry. What is the entry you had passed when you drew the bill? BR to debtors. Now you pass debtors account debit to bills receivable. Pakka ulta entry. Simple. Sir, what to do if NC is involved? What to do if NC charges are involved? Noting charges is involved. Then if I am holding the bill, if drawer is holding the bill till the maturity, then who is the holder? Drawer. Drawer would have paid noting charges. So imagine what will happen is So in all the case guys, how much is the value of the bill? It was 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Say suppose noting charges involved. No, let's assume noting charges to be 5k. Then what will I do? What will I do is, I'll pass this ultra entry, debtors to bills receivable. Okay. Then what will happen is, since drawer is only the holder of the bill, drawer would have paid noting charges. So if drawer has paid noting charges, his cash would have decreased. So to cash account, how much? 5k. Because I paid 5k to notary public. So my 5,000 cash will decrease, asset decreasing credit. Then what is happening to bills receivable? My bills receivable, which was there for 1 lakh, now got decreased. So here 1 lakh will come. So in debtors, what will happen? From debtors, now since the bill got dishonored, now debtors was however was supposed to pay as 1 lakh, later had transferred this balance to BR. Now what happened? Bill dishonored. Now debtor is supposed to pay, still supposed to pay 1 lakh, but not via bill debt. Normally only was supposed to pay as 1 lakh. 1 lakh he has to pay. I'm debiting 1 lakh. Plus this noting, the notary charges who should pay? Noting charges. I told you no. The person responsible for the dishonor is supposed to pay noting charges. So 1 lakh, however, he was supposed to pay, plus 5,000 noting charges, I am receiving it from drawee because noting charges is borne by a person who is responsible for dishonor. So what will I do? 1 lakh. 5,000 rupees I'm supposed to receive. 1 lakh normally, normal balance. 5,000 towards noting charges. And have credited cash because who is the holder of the bill? Drawer is only the holder of the bill. So he would have paid it. So my cash is credited. Simple. Super simple. Next, let's come to the second case where you have gotten your bill discounted from the bank. Two possibilities. Honor, dishonor. Honor, we know it is no entry. Dishonor, again in dishonor, two possibilities. NC involved, NC not involved. What to do? NC involved, NC not involved. Now, if NC is not involved, first we'll understand NC not involved, no noting charges. Then, whenever dishonor happens, what is the logic I told you? Reverse the entries, whatever is passed. Okay, till now, what all entries passed? Till now, first, the entry that you passed was BR2 debtors. Second, whenever you got it discounted, bank interest to BR. Same entries I'm writing. Okay, whenever you get it discounted, so we'll take the amount. The amount was 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Here when I got it discounted, it was 90k, 10k was interest, total BR was 1 lakh gone. Now these are the entries you have passed. Suddenly now the drawee dishonored. Now what will happen? Who is supposed to pay to the bank? Who is supposed to pay to the bank? Me, no. Me, drawer. If that guy did not pay, I'm supposed to pay to the bank. How much I have to pay? Bank had given me 90,000 by deducting interest. After 3 months, that is after the period. Now, that guy did not give. He was supposed to give. Now I am supposed to give. How much I should give? 90,000 only. Yeah? Guys, no. I should pay 1 lakh only because I used the money now for 3 months. Though bank gave me 90,000, I've used the money for 3 months. Now I have to pay interest. That guy was supposed to pay 1 lakh. So bank could have got interest. Correct? But that guy did not pay. I should pay 1 lakh only. So to bank, how much I have to pay? 1 lakh. So 1 lakh rupees. Then next, what will I debit? Guys, again, my bills receivable balance, that and all is not there because bill got dishonored. My debtors balance will come back. So we'll debit debtors 1 lakh. My debtors balance, which was there, that had gone. Why? Because I had drawn bill. So balance in debtors went to bills receivable. Now, since dishonor happens, back. Debtors is again back. It is debited. 2, I have to pay to the bank 1 lakh. So debtors to bank is the dishonor entry in case if you have discounted the bill from the bank. One more way how you can do is, I told you no, these two entries would have passed, reverse it. If you reverse, BR to debtors will become debtors to BR. Here, bank interest to BR will become BR. Wait, interest is not will I credit again? No. Though I have received 90,000, I am paying to bank 1 lakh only. That means the 10,000 interest I am however incurring. So that I will not reverse. So BR to bank I will do. Interest, however, I have incurred. So I am not reversing. Correct? To bank, how much am I paying? 90,000. No, 1 lakh. However, I'm incurring interest, so I let it be. So I reverse both the entries. BR cancel. So the net entry will be debtors to bank. Clear? Now, this is done. So what is the entry for dishonor of the bill in the books of drawer? Whenever he has discounted the bill with the bank, debtors to bank. So what to do if NC charges is involved? Guys, if NC charges is involved, no, the entry is still same. Debtors to bank. Okay. Only thing is the amount was how much? The value of the bill was 1 lakh. But now what you have to do is if noting charges is involved to the value of the bill, add noting charges also. Why? In case of bank, who is the holder of the bill? Bank could have actually paid. But who should bear this? Drawing. So what I should do as a middleman? Now technically I'm only the middleman between bank and drawing. So from the bank guy, from the drawee, I'm supposed to receive 1 lakh and I'm also supposed to receive that 5,000. What is that 5,000? Noting charges. So I'll receive 1 lakh 5,000 from my drawee because he is the one who should bear the noting charges, and I will receive it and I'll give it to the bank. How much? 1 lakh plus noting charges 5,000. So my receivable from drawee is, that is debtor, is 1 lakh 5,000. And how much I have to pay to bank? How much money will go? 1 lakh 5,000. 1 lakh towards value of the bill, 5,000 towards noting charges. So what changed? Guys, entry in both NC involved, NC not involved, same only. But only thing is, in case of NC involved, to the same entry, add noting charges to the value of the bill. Clear? Wow. So simple, dude. Very, very, very simple. Next, say suppose you have endorsed the bill. Say suppose you have endorsed the bill. What to do? If you have endorsed the bill and it got dishonored, what to do? Reverse. Don't worry. What are the entries that I would have passed till now? One thing is BR2 debtors I would have passed. Then when I endorsed, what is the entry? Creditors to BR. This entry I would have passed whenever I have drawn the bill and whenever I have endorsed. Now, since dishonor happens, what I have told, whenever dishonor happens, reverse. If you reverse, what will happen? This BR to debtors will become debtors to BR. And this creditors to BR will become BR to creditors. So BR cancel, credit to debit to. So net entry is debtors to creditors. Now what happened? Debtors to creditors is the dishonor entry. That means the debtor which had gone whenever you raise the bill, now he'll come back. Debtor debited. Creditor who had gone whenever you endorse the bill, he'll come back. Creditor credited. Debtors debit to creditors. Or one more way to understand the entry is this. Whatever entry you have passed, reverse. Net entry will be debtors to creditors. Clear? What to do if in this case of this thing? What is it? In this case of dishonor, if NC noting charges is involved, then what to do? Guys, same thing. Here also a middleman. Who is? I am the drawer. I am the middleman between my drawee and my creditor. Correct? Who is the holder of the bill in case of endorsement? Creditor. He would have paid noting charges, but who should bear it? Drawee. So I should receive it from drawee and pay it to creditor. So what I have to do? Receive noting charges from the drawee, pay it to creditor. So here what is happening? Debtors to creditors is the entry, however. So entry in case of NC involved is same. Debtors to creditors only, but to the value of the bill, which is 1 lakh, you will add noting charges. So it will become 1 lakh 5,000, 1 lakh 5,000. Simple. Anything difficult? No. Debtors to creditors only, even in the case of NC involved, but to the value of the bill, you will add NC charges. That's all. I thought only for the holder, only in the first case where drawer holds the bill till the maturity, you have it a little different. Okay, the dishonor entry when NC is involved. Okay, but if you come to other two cases, bank discounting and endorsement, in both cases, NC involved, NC not involved, entries are same. Only thing is you have to add the NC to the value of the bill in the dishonor entry. Clear? Then guys, so this is about accounting in the books of whose books? In the books of drawer. Done? Done. Now let's understand accounting in the books of drawer. Now, accounting in the books of drawee. So guys, what will drawee do? Whenever drawer draws a bill, drawee will accept it and send the bill back. So the moment drawee accepts the bill, what is happening? Now, for drawee, drawer is a creditor, liability. That's why drawer is drawing a bill on drawee. From the point of view of drawee, drawer is a creditor. Now, what is happening? If it draws a bill, my creditor balance for drawing, my creditor balance is decreasing and my bills payable balance is increasing. Creditor's liability decreasing, debit. So, creditor's account, debit, 1 lakh. 2. What is increasing? Now, bills payable is a new liability that is increasing. Bills payable, liability increasing, credited. So, 2, bills payable account, it is 1 lakh. అర్థమైందా నాయనా? Super. Now, this is the journal entry you have to pass whenever bill is accepted by the drawee. Then what will you do? Then there are three possibilities. That guy would have, drawer, would have held the bill till the maturity. If he's holding the bill till the maturity, if the bill is held till the maturity, okay, first one, it can get honored. If the bill is honored, then what is happening in drawee's books? Money is going. So if money is going to bank account, if money is going bank account, asset decreasing, credit. And what else is decreasing? Your bills payable liability, which was there, that bills payable liability is decreasing, liability increasing, debit. So bills payable account debit to bank account, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. What if dishonor happens? That means me, drawing, I am not paying any money. So what to do? Again, whenever dishonor comes, ulta entry. What is the entry you would have passed? Creditors to bills payable. Whenever you have accepted. Now, since dishonor happens, ulta. Bills payable to creditors. Debit. So how much? 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Just ulta the entry. That's the intention in. Sir, in dishonor, this is the entry that you have to pass. If NC is not involved, NC ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು entry correct ಇದೆ. But what to do if NC is involved? If NC is involved, then imagine what would have happened for drawee. Drawee is the person who will bear noting charges. That means noting charges is an expense to drawee. So that should be booked. Then, but as of now, the noting charges will be paid by the holder of the bill. Now, who is the holder of the bill? In this case, drawer is the holder of the bill. He would have paid noting charges. So I have to, me drawee, I have to give him noting charges also. So what will happen? My bills payable, whatever I had credited before, now that I'll debit for 1 lakh. And noting charges is my expense. Expense increasing, debit. So noting charges, debit 5k. To what is happening? To creditor's account, 1 lakh. No, along with 1 lakh, I have to pay my creditor that noting charges also. That creditor, my creditor is only that guy drawer. So creditor's account, 1 lakh 5,000. Understanding? So this is the entry in the books of drawee if noting charges is what? If noting charges is involved. Then guys, any doubts? No doubts? If you have any doubts, please comment it down. Okay, I'll try to resolve it. So that's about it, guys. So that is all. Sir, what about that endorsement to bills discounted? Guys, in those cases also, this will be the treatment. Maturity, bills discounted, or endorsement. In all the three cases, the entry is this only. Why? Guys, if that guy gets the bill discounted, I don't care. If that guy gets the bill endorsed, I don't care. The accounting is in his books. Ultimately, for me, that balance that I have to pay is represented in which account? Bills payable account. Correct. For me, I don't care if drawer discounts the bill or if drawer endorses the bill. That is his headache. So for me, in any case, whatever the drawer has done, I don't care. The entries will be this one. Clear? So that is about accounting for bills of exchange. Done. Then we have some more concepts to discuss. Some more concepts to discuss. Okay. Now, what are some more concepts? Guys, in bill of exchange, we have something called as renewal of the bill or retirement of the bill. Okay, what is renewal retirement? They say suppose now A has drawn a bill on B and the period is 3 months. Okay, after 3 months, say value of the bill is 1 lakh. B is supposed to pay A 1 lakh rupees after 3 months. But B cannot. B knows that within 3 months I cannot pay. So what will B do? We'll come to A, the drawer, and say, hey, I am not able to pay within 3 months and all. Do one thing, extend that period by 2 months more. Okay, 3 months agala, on 2 months more you extend. So will A agree? Yeah, A will agree, but only if B gives interest. Guys, why? Because it's extending the period by 2 months. Why will A simply do that? So A will charge interest from B for the 2 months that he is extending and he will renew the bill. This is called renewal of the bill. The extension of the period. Earlier it was 3, he asked you to extend it by 2. So this extension of period is called renewal of the bill. Okay. Ulta of renewal is retirement. Say suppose period of the bill was 3 months, drawer is supposed to pay drawer within 3 months. But drawer is paying earlier. Though the period of the bill was 3 months, he will pay after the end of 2 months only. This is what? This is retirement. Here what will happen? Here since drawer is paying it a little bit early, me drawer, I will offer him what? Something like discount. So I'll say, hey, since you're paying me early, I'm giving you something like cash discount. Okay, he'll give the interest benefit to drawer. Okay, now tell me in case of renewal of the bill, the interest is gained to whom? In case of renewal, the interest is gained to drawer. In case of retirement, interest is gained to drawer. In case of retirement, interest is gained to drawer. As in case of renewal, interest is gained to the drawer. Clear? Done. Sir, okay, this is all is concept, sir. How to, do the accounting, sir? The accounting is very simple. How we'll do the accounting is, first I'll discuss renewal. Okay, in renewal, what is happening is, since old bill was for the period of 3 months and now new bill is extended, the period for the new bill is extended by 2 months. Correct, Alva? Any doubts? No. Now what will I do is, first bill I would have raised. I thought that means I would have drawn. The entry for drawing that first bill was BR2 data 1 lakh, 1 lakh. The period of this bill was 3 months. Now, since renewal is happening, the old bill is cancelled. We'll do the accounting as if the old bill is cancelled. So, if the old bill is cancelled, what will you do? It's as good as old bill is dishonored, cancelled. So, you will reverse the entry. So, whenever dishonor or cancelled, reverse the entry. So, debtors to bills receivable 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Okay. So, the old bill is Damar. Then, of course, what will happen now? He will renew it he will renew the bill and will extend the period by 2 months. So for remaining 2 months, he'll what he'll do, he'll draw a new bill. Okay, for the remaining 2 months, he will draw a new bill. Before that, guys, what is happening here? In renewal, drawer will charge interest from drawing. I thought two things, guys. Two things can happen here whenever interest is being charged. One, say suppose 1 lakh is the bill and the interest the drawer is charging from drawer is say 5k. And there are two possibilities. One, drawer can tell that I want my noting charges now. Iga, ippo. I want it now. Anta I can tell. Then I want it now. Only if you give it now, I will draw a new bill for extended period. Anta I will tell. So in that case, what you have to do? In the books of drawer, you have to receive the interest. Entry will be cash account because you're receiving the interest immediately. Cash account debit to interest account. Interest is an income increasing credit. So 5k, 5k. I received the interest. Now I will draw a new bill for extended period. What is the entry for new bill? BR2 debtors 1 lakh, 1 lakh. So here drawer told give me the interest now only. So I pass the entry. Cash to interest. Now in some case what will happen? Drawer will be like I will charge interest but no need to give it now on. Or the question is silent. See guys, if cash is received immediately, no, they will mention it in the question. Only then you do all this. If the question is silent or if nothing is told, that means what will you do? That interest amount is not collected immediately. That they will give interest in the end after 2 months. So what we'll do is What was the new bill amount that now I will draw a new bill for the remaining 2 periods. What is the value of that bill? Generally 1 lakh. This interest amount also I will add it there. So in that case, what is the entry that I will do? I am raising a new bill, BR to BR. It's a bills receivable. What is the value of this bills receivable? Generally it is 1 lakh. Now it is including interest also. So 1 lakh plus interest is 5k. It is 105k. 2. My debtors balance is only 1 lakh only, that is getting reduced. Debtors balance decreasing credit. 100k. Okay, what is this entry? This is the drawing of new bill for the extended period. So BR increased, debtors decreased. Debtors balance was only 100k, decreased that much. Why BR is debit? Because to the value of the bill I have also added what? To the value of bill I have also added the interest. Okay. Now 2. This interest in case of renewal is income of whose? It is income of drawer. So that interest I am crediting. Okay. Income increasing credit. 105k, 100k, 5k. Done. Okay. If nothing is stored, what will you do? Add the interest to the value of the bill and collect it later. Okay. If it is received in cash immediately, they will mention it in the question. Done. So that is about the entire accounting of bills of exchange. Now, the next concept, one more concept that is there is accommodation of bills. Now, what is accommodation of bills? Guys, this is same only, nothing different. Okay, here also one drawer is there, that guy is drawing a bill on drawer, same thing is happening, but there will be no underlying transaction. So generally, if you see till now, there will be one underlying transaction. That means, say, B is purchased some goods from A. Since he has purchased, now B is supposed to pay some money to A. Now, B owes some money to A. Why? Because B has purchased some goods from A. There is one underlying transaction. Already B owes money to A, correct? Because of which A is drawing a bill. In case of accommodation, such underlying transaction will not be there. Simply they are drawing. Why? Ways for finance arrangement. Okay. Simply two people will be there, two friends. Okay. A and B, two friends. A will draw a bill on B. I thought B will accept it. B will accept it and he will give it back to A. A will go to the bank and get it discounted and get money. This money, they can use it for their finance purposes. Understanding? If entire money is needed by A can keep it. Or if they want to, if both wants the money, then they can share it. Whatever is the arrangement, it is their personal thing. So understanding here simply drawer is drawing a bill on draw EY for purpose of finance. Understanding? 100% clear. Done. So that is all is happening. So what will happen? Something like this they'll do. So A will simply draw a bill on B. B accepts it. He'll receive the bill back. Now A might use it to pay it off to his creditor. He can endorse it. Or he can go to the bank and get it discounted, receive money. Now see, no underlying transaction, nothing is there. They simply got money as loan for 3 months. Say suppose the period of the bill is 3 months. Then these people got money for money for 3 months as a loan. After 3 months, what will happen? Directly bank will come and ask money from the drawee. This guy who was using the money, he will give whatever money he got as part of discounting. This he will give it to drawee along with interest. Then drawee will pay it off to bank. Without nothing, they got loan. So that is accommodation of bills. You are raising bills on a drawer, not for this purpose, the genuine purpose, but just to raise finance arrangement. You are drawing the bill. Understanding? That is accommodation of bills. Okay.